Hey Gemini. Hey Gemini. How are you? You doing okay? Well, let's find out. This is for right now. Let's talk about where you're at. I'm going to do some. I'm going to do a little bit Kipper, Gemini energy. This is in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but mostly Sun, Gemini. I really want this to be about Gemini Sun, most of all. Okay? Connection to your relationships. If you're single and going through a breakup or a hard time with relationships, Gemini, let's talk about that. So Gemini Sun, what's going on with you? You know, there's some reciprocation. There's third parties involved that you've been doing for a long time. There's been a long road of you reciprocating with more than just one with about emotions. Okay. You know, there is in your subconscious feeling, there's been emotions that in partying, in events, in time that you've had with like probably your past people, because usually third parties can be involved with that when it comes to talking about relationships. I really do feel that you have been doing a lot of wondering, a lot of wandering in ideas of others in relationships, being single, you want to like reciprocate, you want to feel emotions with more than one person, Gemini. You are experiencing that, and right now, like, I don't know if you are trying to have success in love and find peace, and give and like feed off of each other. Like maybe you want to feel as if you're a masculine, then you as Gemini would feel like you want to be that one to change things in third parties, like in other people's emotions to help them through things. Maybe you want that from someone, a new beginning of peace and love and change from conflict, but you cause yourself change and conflict by dealing with people or yourself that is involving others in your emotions. Okay, and so what's coming out is like good things actually. You have like a completeness of like makes you move forward. Maybe you want to take a journey using, you know, the hot air, like maybe some fire and flame and passion in your thoughts and in what you're hearing and like want to move. Like maybe you've been, wanting to experience something with someone that you're going through with this and there's partnership with this that like is heavenly that someone has given you. Maybe you're waiting on for that to happen with money, and maybe um could be feminine energy waiting for money or coming up with money that like you didn't think you'd get, or you're giving that to someone. You're waiting for money so you can make your journey happen, with success and love. Okay. I see that someone is has expectations, is watching you, and that, you know, either you've been playing someone false and like a puppet through this, or it makes you feel like that in some way. Okay. Let me find out Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But please, if I can concentrate most of all on the Gemini Sun, and this is in relationships that are not working. So either you are you're trying to keep the peace and harmony in something, in a breakup that still has to change to bring peace. That's what you really want, but you take a journey to like to give to someone that really deep inside has expectations of money, or you do, like, or you hope that you're gonna get something out of it, you know. Something might give something to you that you don't know that happens while you take this journey. Or someone ends up giving you their well-being and time while you're driving, while you're going somewhere, and really it brings you like a peace that you want to find, that has so much conflict and change that you feel like you need to have, which needs to be dealt with, and like the sense of the situation or the betrayal that you've had from either the past. This is partying, possibly you could be doing too, Gemini. You know, maybe holding yourself back, or someone holding themselves back really feels good to them, like they won. Okay, like they're the winners doing this, but you just keep giving, and while someone holds themselves back, or maybe you don't even realize that you end up, while you're giving to others that are emotionally involved with, you know, your breakup or your relationship that has separated. Maybe partying was involved, you know, or like going to events without this person. You know, like what really happened is that like you think you give and you want to receive, but really there is like this holding yourself back of what you have, really, in your well-being. That's what happens in the situation when you involve more people in your emotions in this, okay? It causes you to hold a lot of heavy burden, or someone feels like they carry all of it and they're done trying to. Maybe they feel like they gave you all the passion and all of like they did their drive towards you and gave a lot to you that it was reciprocated. Maybe they feel like I gave you so much and like I am completely done giving to you. Or you feel that way. But let me see in your person, how does your person feel of your past in a breakup for you, Gemini, recently? Something came out, whether it's you or someone, but be honest with yourself. If it was you, okay? Someone was untruthful. Someone manipulated their emotions to act as if they felt something for you and they cared, and they're making actions towards you, but really it was more like guard. It caused you subconsciously to guard yourself. Maybe you felt that that's what's really what came out, where it's really coming from with anyone that you're involved with. If you feel like the bad guy, or you miss this person, or you wish you could make this work, just know that like whatever came out of the situation, it was manipulative and untruthful of your actions that you did to someone that you were like trying to smooth over, okay? And that causes someone to guard. And that actually could be something you were doing without you like really knowing subconsciously you're doing it. Because really there's competition and strategic ways of trying to take advantage and overcoming being defensive and being persevering towards something that you actually were manipulating and making something unbelievable that was emotions and made somebody overthink and made someone have sleepless nights, whether that's you or someone else. Because there's dreams and delusion of like rose colored glasses. In the past, there was like a movement towards new beginnings of like something that was creative and it could have involved with like someone, whether that's a child involved with this or a best friend or someone you see that you both reciprocate love, like a soulmate bond, okay? And you were very like boundaries up and like made sure, or someone was in this situation that was like, noble that you saw in this. And masculine energy could be you or someone else. Maybe you got advice from someone that loves you, that's knows a little bit more about this too, could be, but you were maybe giving to soulmates. Maybe someone got jealous of seeing, you caring about others that like, cause issues. Maybe you caused some issues, Gemini, or someone did. Think about it. I mean, if it was you or not, like the hardest part sometimes is admitting what you did wrong. The hardest part of a breakup is like being accountable of your own actions. And the best advice I can give you is, stick to what's true for you. If you are in love with someone deeply, then you would do everything you can to make sure that that person knows that you really do care. If you fucked up a relationship that you really cared deeply about, I promise you the last thing that you should do is do anything that would be close to what hurt that person that broke up with you from the beginning. Okay? If someone has trust issues, has been cheated on in the past, and seem to like always find a way to think that maybe you were cheating on them, and maybe you were involving yourself with emotions in the past from other people, and maybe you thought it was like not a big deal, but you didn't tell someone and you lied to them and you kept secrets. I promise you caused your own issues with the trust that that person had, because they already let you know that they already had issues with trust, which means that they already intuitively can feel when they love somebody that you must be doing something wrong, especially if you're keeping it from them. And do not blame it on them. It's unfair. It's not right. It's how you make relationships not work. All right, I'm gonna give you advice. What can I give advice to Geminis out there that are dealing with a breakup? What advice can I give them with what I said? Your choice of love that you feel is so deep and complex and so strong, your choices can be wishy-washy, Gemini. You can go from one way of believing that this is so sexual based, that it's so connected, or someone makes you feel that way. It's delusional and it's rose-colored glasses. It causes frustration and separation and failure to meet the test, avoidance of choice, or overcommitment. You're not really prepared to have a relationship, I feel. Someone isn't. Because it's still in a dream state. It's still delusional. It's still not real because you still keep seeing options. So what I'd say is that keep your options open. Just know that when you keep your options open and you keep your being delusional and you keep being rose-colored glasses over people's bad choices that they make of overcommitting or frustrated of the separation of the choice that like you made or someone did. It's Gemini energy, by the way, so this is your own. You made the choice to cause a separation because you've been delusional and thinking of rose-colored glasses. You've been keeping your options open in love. You can't involve people and then expect the other person to just feel comfortable with that. If you're going to have a commitment, you guys need to figure out your boundaries. And when someone speaks to you what they feel, stick to that. Believe it. Everybody has different ideas of what boundaries are. Like some are like, you know, from the beginning of a relationship, it should be met. When someone says something to you and says, I'm not comfortable with you talking to your exes, then you shouldn't. Or don't lie and cover up and be like dreamy about like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't talk to my exes. Don't talk to your exes then. If you're going to say it, okay? Because it makes people feel guarded. It causes more issues in your relationship, Gemini. It makes people become more headstrong and stop caring with their heart. You could have had everything with this person, possibly. You dealt with a divine feminine. It once made you victorious and made you feel joyful and bliss. And guess what? You might have become guarded and pushed it away. You could have had happiness and bliss and everything exactly what you wanted, but you guarded and pushed it away. Okay? You know what happens when you have a moment of reality of what you could have had in a new beginning, of something long lasting. But you could have abundance of money and you could have made something go well. Well, guess what? Tower moment. It didn't work out for you. Maybe you did go within and maybe you did think about these things. There is a lot of working on dealing with things that keep breaking down, of dishonesty and betrayal. And like it's like I'm holding my thoughts back. I'll take this all back. I hope that's what you deal with. I hope you like do that. Because subconsciously, this is what you should have had. A new beginning that lasts forever. A new abundance of money and business and worthiness and everyone having emotional fulfillment. You know, like your dick can cause issues, or your impulsiveness of like making quick actions of lustfulness, Gemini, it really causes you issues. You might come off very emotionally warm-hearted, or maybe you're drawn to someone that feels like a mother to you or nurturing to you, but really it's something that it keeps getting hidden. Because I think that sometimes that person or whoever makes you think that that's what it is, it's like, they're not, either you or someone doesn't want to really give all in with their well-being. Maybe you don't see like that in them completely. You know, this I'm talking about like people you're involving yourself with from your past. Maybe you still feel like you need to connect to your past of your exes. so you can feel like better about yourself. I want to let you know this only causes more heartache for you, okay? Manifest something that's more of morals and integrity and more straightforward to the book, okay? Marriage, if you want it, you got to manifest it properly. You can't be delusional and think that, like, if you want marriage and a happy home and all that comes by you involving other people with your emotions. You are still opening yourself to options, or someone is, and that's not going to be good for you. Like, your breakup could have caused because someone couldn't handle themselves with you because of you involving other people in your emotions and maybe being dishonest about it. You need to go within and think about this. I think you need maybe a counselor. You need a lawyer if it's involved with a marriage. Subconsciously, if you're smart enough, you will intuitively understand being quiet enough to see what's going on around you and seeing the bigger picture. Intuitively knowing. The secret of like what you're seeing is like being more of like methodical and using your head while you give to others and reciprocate them giving back time, effort, your physicality, touching, sexualness, even could be with not involved with like love or lust even. You got judgment involved this, okay? Of having something that should have morals and integrity in marriage. Things need to change. It's been going on for way too long. It's causing issues with people that you love. You keep expanding yourself and waiting for something, but all you're getting is people holding themselves back and being afraid of your passion and self-sabotaging. What you really need to do, I feel like there's lust and desire, there's in the past of someone hot and beautiful that you could see and you wanted to be more single and or maybe you wanted to be like that, but really it caused people to be drawn to you in a really wrong way. It was more of a, oh yeah, babe, I'm gonna be so good to you, but it wasn't real. And drinking could have been caused involved with that, and it just made you feel like you overthought. So do your best to be honest with yourself and take some time out for yourself and go within and stay away from people for a little bit. Stop talking to your exes. Stop involving anyone for a little bit. Stop partying and get yourself thinking straight about what's really going on. Okay? Thanks.